Hello stars, welcome back to our channel. Yes, I am back again to give you tips on how to secure that your study abroad dream. And this time I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the Chevening scholarship. I'm here again to motivate you. Yes, I will be here to motivate you until you get that scholarship. In fact, as a matter of urgency, I needed to make this video because I realized that the Chevening scholarship had opened and it's going to end on November 2nd. So I needed to make this video very quickly. I hope it's not too late. So someone out there who is ready to achieve their dreams can key into the Chevening scholarship and maybe find this video helpful. Okay, so before we continue, let me introduce myself. My name is Solis Ojotile and I am a MasterCard Foundation scholar at the University of Edinburgh in the UK, and I'm doing my masters in Africa and international development. So now that you've known me, who are you? I want to meet you in the comments. Please comment down below. Okay, I really want to express something. Please, who are those watching my videos without subscribing? You're breaking my heart. Why are you not subscribing? Am I not doing some good job here? Please now, encourage me by subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment and subscribe because it helps with visibility. Please, I'm begging you, from the table and the desk of Solis Ojotile and the MasterCard Foundation scholars at the University of Edinburgh, I'm begging you, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. So yes, let's get started into the video. Like I said before, in this video I will be sharing everything you need to know about the Chevening scholarship, eligibility criteria, everything you need to know about the Chevening scholarship. So let's get started. What is the Chevening scholarship? The Chevening scholarship is a scholarship, a fully funded scholarship that is sponsored by the UK government, and it started in the year 1983. So it's not today, it's been a very long time. And this scholarship is fully funded. It caters for everything: flights, visa application, accommodation, tuition, TB expenses, and everything. And it has been helping people to achieve their study abroad dream. One thing you need to know before applying to the Chevening scholarship is the eligibility criteria. Yes, if you're not aware of the eligibility criteria of Chevening and you throw in the application, you will be automatically disqualified. You will be rejected. So it is very necessary, it is very pertinent that you know Chevening's eligibility criteria. I will go on to explain them one by one because I've listed them here, and it will do you a lot of good to watch this video to the end. So one of Chevening's eligibility criteria is that you must be a citizen of a Chevening eligible country. Yes, that is to say that it is not all the countries in this world that its citizens are qualified to apply to the scholarship. So you will want to check that your country is a Chevening eligible country. If you're a Nigerian, definitely you are qualified. Our country is recognized as one of Chevening's eligible country. If you are not a Nigerian, please, you can check with the Chevening website to check that, to know that your country is eligible for the scholarship before you throw in the application. If you apply without checking, it might pose a challenge because you never know if your country is part of them or not. Okay, so please check with the Chevening website to know if your country is part of Chevening's eligible countries. Secondly, you must be willing to return to your country for the minimum of 2 years after your study. Yes, so if your intention is to jackpot, I'm going to study abroad and I don't want to return home, Chevening is not looking for you. So one of the things that qualifies you to be a Chevening scholar is that after your studies, you're willing to return home. In fact, before your studies, you will sign it there on the website, on the application, that once you get this scholarship, you're ready to return home after your studies. You will not use it as a japa means. No, you are coming back home. So if your plan is to japa, you see that you're not eligible. Chevening is not looking for you. So, but if your plan is not to japa, your plan is to study abroad and return home, then Chevening is looking for you. So it's very important that you know that Chevening requires you to return home for 2 years at least. So you need to know that before you throw in the application. Another point is that you must apply to 3 universities and must have an unconditional offer from one of those universities. So Chevening requires that if you have submitted an application to the scholarship, you must submit a separate application to one of UK's universities to get an admission. So for example, if you submit the Chevening scholarship and you get the scholarship and you don't have an admission to one of the UK's universities, then you cannot go anywhere. You have to forfeit the scholarship. So apart from your application to Chevening, to the scholarship body itself, you have to submit application for admissions to 3 schools in the UK so that they can give you admission. And then a time will come, they'll ask you if you have more than 2 admissions, you have up to 3 admissions. A time will come, they'll ask you to choose one of those admissions, and you must have an unconditional offer. An unconditional offer means there is no condition attached to the offer, because we always have conditional offer and unconditional offer. So conditional offer is that, they are saying these are the conditions you must meet before you can study with us. You must submit this, you must submit that, and if you don't submit them, they won't give you an unconditional offer. But unconditional offer means that there is no longer any condition attached to it that you can come and study. So Chevening requires that you have an unconditional offer from one of UK's universities that you apply to. So for you to be able to be eligible, you must be willing to put in for applications to another universities again, aside the application that you are going to submit to the scholarship body, the Chevening itself. Okay. Another eligibility criteria is that you must have at least 2 years working experience. What does this mean? This means that if you do not have any working experience, you are not qualified to get the scholarship. Yes, if you're fresh graduate, you've not worked for 2 years, you do not have 2,800 hours of working experience, then you're not qualified. And I would say that you should not risk it. Do not risk it. Don't go and say, okay, let me put in. Don't use faith to put in for the scholarship when you know you don't have the working experience, because you are going to get disqualified. Instead of wasting your time on that, I would advise you use that energy to apply for another scholarship that you are qualified for. So Chevening requires that you have 2 years working experience, and this working experience is not limited to just paid roles. If you have done any voluntary work, it is assumed to be a working experience. It is calculated and is recognized to be part of the working experience. If it's a paid role, it's also recognized. So it's not just limited to the salaries that you receive. No, even if it's voluntary work, it is recognized. If you are not able to get any paid role, then you should start voluntary work so that you can calculate it to be part of your working experience for Chevening, because Chevening will not take you if you do not have any form of working experience. And then I would say that NYSC is one way to get 1 year working experience. I will advise that if you are going for NYSC, you should try to do your service in a career that you are interested in and a career that you plan to write and project to this Chevening scholarship, so that when you're writing your essays, you can easily say that you worked in that kind of field. I hope that is clear. So Chevening is looking for people who have 2 years experience. If you don't have 2 years experience, Chevening scholarship is not for you. Okay, please take notes. Another eligibility criteria for Chevening scholarship is that you should have an undergraduate degree equivalent to second class upper depending on your course and university. So the Chevening scholarship requires that you have an undergraduate degree that is equivalent to a 2-1 or a second class upper. But then, from testimonies and what people have said, I've read so many stories online, if you also have a 2-2, you can get a Chevening scholarship. How does this work? The Chevening scholarship would require a degree that can make you have an admissions to a UK university. So if you are able to secure an admissions to a UK university with your second class lower or with your third class, and you are qualified and the Chevening scholarship gives you their scholarship, they are not going to take it from you. So their own main point is that let that your degree be able to get you an admission in one of UK's universities. So that is what they are concerned about. So if you have a 2-2 and you meet every other qualities that the Chevening scholarship is looking for, you pass all the stages and you get the scholarship, and you have a 2-2 or third class and you are able to get admissions to one of UK's university, then they are picking you. But if you have a first class and you get the Chevening scholarship but you are unable to get an admissions to one of UK's university, then you have to forfeit the scholarship. You have to lose the scholarship. So this is how it works. That is why even if you have a 2-2, please put in for that application. If you have a third class, you can also put in for the application. But the main work is that you are able to get an admissions to one of UK's universities. So if you are able to do that, then you can go on. I hope that point is clear. It is, I know, I'm sure. I am a good teacher. This is me praising myself. One thing you need to know about the Chevening scholarship is the documents that are required for you to apply to the Chevening scholarship. These things are very important. These documents are very important because without them, you may not be able to secure the scholarship. I have previously made an entire video on documents that you need to be able to apply for scholarship, and some of these things I'm going to mention, it's part of those things I have said before. I'll just briefly mention them, and if you want a detailed explanation to them, I'll link the video I previously made on these documents on the card so that you can go back and watch it. So these are the documents that the Chevening scholarship requires that you have, okay? One is your transcript. Yes, you need your transcript to be able to apply to the Chevening scholarship. You need your certificate or statement of result to be able to apply to the Chevening scholarship. You need 2 reference letters, which are not just limited to just academic reference letter. No, even you a professional reference letter is accepted. So you can have your supervisor at work, your boss at work write a reference letter for you and it will be accepted. And the recommendation letter will be submitted when you pass the first stage of the scholarship. I know it changes from time to time, so you should take note to know what is applied in the particular year you're applying to the scholarship. In addition to every other document, the Chevening scholarship requires that you submit 4 essays, 500 words each. Okay, so they will usually bring out essay questions for you to answer, and essays are an integral part of your scholarship applications. If we have many first class graduates, many second class graduates, there is one thing that will have to differentiate their qualifications, and this is what they are going to use to choose people. And one thing they pay attention to is the essays that you write. So you can be as qualified 5.00 CGPA, but if your essays are not good enough, you will not get the scholarship. So the Chevening scholarship requires that you submit 4 essays. I will read those questions to you at the end of this video when I'm done outlining those documents. So stay tuned, make sure you watch this video so you know the essay questions that are required. So another document that the Chevening scholarship will need is the English proficiency test. They always need this English proficiency test, but in the past 2 years, because of the coronavirus, because of the pandemic and the lockdown, Chevening waived this requirement in the last 2 years. They waived it in 2019 and they waived it in 2020. I don't know about this year, so you would want to check if Chevening has returned to their policy of taking English language test. What is an English language test? An English language test is the test that qualifies, that shows that you understand English and can undertake graduate studies in English. So they want to know how much of English that you understand, and one way to prove it to them that you understand English is passing your English language test. It's still part of the video I made before. You can go back and watch it. Formally, if you are unable to pass the English test, or you're unable to submit the English test as at the time that it is required, then you have to lose out on the scholarship. You have to forfeit the scholarship. That's how it was being done before, but in 2019 it changed, and in 2020 it changed. So you should check with Chevening, check with what is required of the year that you're applying to. It is very necessary so that you come prepared. Okay, so let me read out the Chevening essay questions for you. These are a very important part of securing the scholarship. One of the things you have to know about the scholarship is that you must nail these 4 essays that requires that you write 500 words each. So let me read the essay questions to you. One of the essays you have to write for Chevening is the networking essay, and the word count required is 500 words. Listen to the essay question. The essay question says, Chevening is looking for individuals with strong professional relationship building skills who will engage with the Chevening community and influence and lead others in their choosing profession. Please explain how you build and maintain relationships in a professional capacity, using clear examples of how you currently do this, and outline how you hope to use these skills in the future. So this is Chevening's networking essay, and it is very important that you are able to write to Chevening that you have these things that they are looking for in this essay. Also, we have the leadership essay. Is part of the essay you have to write. Listen to the question. Chevening is looking for individuals who will be future leaders or influencers in their home countries. Explain how you meet this requirement using clear examples of your own leadership and influencing skills to support your answer. Also, another essay that is required is the studying in the UK essay. Listen to the question. Outline why you have selected your choosing 3 university courses, and explain how this relates to your previous academic or professional experience and your plans for the future. Please do not duplicate the information you have entered on the work experience and education section of this form. Yes, so studying in the UK essay also, you have to write it very well to be able to get the scholarship. Fourth essay that is required is the career plan essay. Listen to the question. Chevening is looking for individuals who have a clear post-study career plan. Please outline your immediate plans upon returning home and your longer-term career goals. You may wish to consider how these relate to what the UK government is doing in your country. Okay, I mentioned before that Chevening requires that you come home. So here they are asking you, what are your plans when you come home? You must be able to tell Chevening that you have good plans for your country when you return home, and you should be able to connect it with what the UK government is doing in your country. So what is UK's government main thing that they are doing in your country. You have to check with the UK Department for Development, FCDO, right? Yeah, FCDO, to check with the UK's FCDO to know what they are doing in your home country, so you can tailor what they are doing to what this essay is requiring. Okay, I did not win the scholarship. I did not win the Chevening scholarship, so I feel I am not qualified to give you tips on how to nail these your essays and nail the scholarship. But then I have colleagues who also won the Chevening scholarship, and I've spoken with them, and they have accepted to come on this channel to share some tips. So you want to stay glued, as I'll bring them to share some tips on how they won the scholarship, so it can be of assistance and of great help to you. Another thing you need to know about the Chevening scholarship is the application timeline. So there is a particular time of the year that Chevening scholarship will open, and there is a particular time it closes. Usually the application opening period is always in August, then the closing period is a selected date in maybe after a month or 2 months. This year, 2021, the Chevening scholarship opened on August 3rd, and it will be closing on November 2nd. And that is why I find the need to make this video, so that you can know whatever it is you need to know about the Chevening scholarship and know if you want to apply for it or not. When it closes on November 2nd, they will take time to review the applications that you have submitted. They will disqualify some people. They will go through the essay, and then if you pass through the essay by early January, they are going to send love letters. We call it love letters, or rejection letters. We call it love letter because of how they used to start it. They'll start the letters in a way that will make you not to even realize that this is the point they are making, but at the end of the day, you see there is rejection there. They are giving you writing rejection in the best possible way that they can. That's how we call it love letters. So by early January, they will send in some love letters, reject you if you're not qualified. Then some people will move to interview stage. When you move to the interview stage, they will ask you to submit a recommendation letter depending on what is applicable in that year. Sometimes in some years they allow prospective scholars to upload their references by themselves, and in another year your referee will have to upload the references. So it depends on what's applicable. Please pay attention to whatever is applicable in the year that you're applying to. Then after that, after the you've qualified for the interview and you uploaded references, they will now allow you to schedule a date for the interview. That's sometime in February, March. So you go for the interview, and if you pass the interview, in a year that they will need the English language test, they will ask you to submit an English language test, and if you are not required to submit an English language test in that particular year, then you wait for the final result. And by July, the final result of Chevening will be out. By September, the people that are selected will be ready to go abroad. And do you know, these people that are selected, one of them can be you. Yes, it can actually be you if you don't give up. It can actually be you if you throw in the application today. It can actually be you if you stop procrastinating. It can actually be you if you don't feel like you have done too much about scholarship and you just want to give up. No, it is for people who don't quit, and you can be a part of them. So if you start what you ought to do now, next year people moving to the UK to study as Chevening scholars can be you. So throw in the application today. Don't delay it anymore. Okay, and we have come to the end of our today's video. Yes, I had to carry a book and pen to do this video. In fact, I deserve that subscription. Please, if you watch this video to this point, please don't go without subscribing. Please don't go without subscribing, and see you again in my next video. Give this video a thumbs up, share with prospective scholars who might find it helpful. Comment down below anything you want to say at all. If you want to criticize me, comment. If you want to show me love, comment. Anything you want to do, put that comment down there in the comment section, and I'll see you again in the next video. Goodbye.